Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA. On the return, Rondale Moore. And in hindsight, he should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Play fake. Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who breaks it, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
For the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. He powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Jones. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run.
Yards there, a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Murray now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Strong. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
One more time with Strong. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Pierre Strong, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Fulton connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Locates Ertz going across the middle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, hold on.
To throw, it's Murray. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Jake Bailey now. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive and offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jones throwing on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards on those last two plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open receiver here, complete. It's Parker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw again. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Jalen Thompson picks it. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play that time through the air. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A final shot before half from Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon God.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 58 yards. And the Cards are an extra point away from drawing level. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more. Because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far. Up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards as we saw right there. He's so good that when he gets space maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 82 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Jones.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
After the turnover, here's Murray sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
he's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Devon Kennard buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. First down, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Duggar in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Hey.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
picked up by Marco Wilson.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On play action, it's Murray. Steps away. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Pats are right back in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Now Jones. Out left and complete to Thornton.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jones.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. A scramble for it. I think the Patriots may have got it. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Makes the catch off the tip by the safety. A big play there for New England. 47 yards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. To throw is Jones. A quick hitter complete. It's Parker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 2 now, second and goal. Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Back to throw, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And now here's another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. But like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope that the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, this defender got up there, and that was the end.